Just a few minutes left, and we'll get started with Belgium, the Brussels team. There are about 1,200 trams circulating in Brussels. There are 82 tram lines and 650 kilometers of rail. The Société des Transports Intercommunaux de Bruxelles, the STIB, the organizers today, was founded in 1954. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Ah, may fortune smile on you, Belgium. Here we go. The precision stop. She's not going too fast, that's just right. She's got to stop as close as possible to this fixed obstacle. We'll have a look at what this fixed obstacle is. You won't be surprised. Oh, it's a cone. I thought it was going to be mannequin piece. It's a cone. The closer the tram is to the cone, the more points you receive. But watch out, if you touch the cone, you lose all your points. Well, she didn't. And now, of course, she's got to clock the time. Or her partner running. Here's mannequin piece. There he is. Right, and now this will be measured. And we'll see how many points they have. So this tram took that bend and was not allowed to touch that cone and didn't. So it's not about speed, it's about stopping at the exact right spot. Doing very well. Doing very well. All right, run! Laurence Meert. Next challenge.
Au panneau 35, hein? Et tu restes comme ça. Ok, très bien.
Dites-moi quand je freine. Au revoir, panneau. C'est pas grave, c'est pas grave.
Bon.
C'est pas grave.
She hit the brakes. And now for the 6th challenge, bowling.
Disons que chaque année, c'est obligatoire, c'est une épreuve qui est imposée par la séquence. Alors là, est-ce qu'il faut de la pièce? Est-ce qu'il en faut pas grand-chose? Pas trop, parce que si on tape trop fort le ballon, parfois le ballon.
Oh, that's one pin going. No, not really. Just one. Well done, Laurence. Congratulations, girl.
Ouais, tout à fait. Je suis avec l'équipe belge ici, avec Laurence qu'on a vu se défoncer véritablement. Vous étiez motivé.
Laurence, you gave it all. You were motivated. Yes, I was. Indeed, I gave the maximum. I did my best. There's only one where I am a bit disappointed, and that was the braking exercise. But apart from that, but I think we're fried. Are we?
Très fiers. On a bien fait ça.
Allez, très bien. Alors,
We're very
vous avez fait une bonne impression. C'était bien. Rendez-vous cet après-midi.
cet après-midi. Merci beaucoup.
C'est pas fini.
Voilà, Pascal.
Merci Eric et merci et bravo à l'équipe de la STIC.
Well, congratulations to Brussels, who proudly defended the Brussels and Belgian colours. And in a few seconds from now, we continue with the second team, and that is Stockholm. Stockholm, the last year's winner. Very much looking forward to the Stockholm team. Jenny Samuelsson and Mikael Gustafsson. A few words on Laurence from the Belgium team. She's a little bit disappointed, but it isn't easy, of course. And here we see the second team, Stockholm, who won last year in Stuttgart. Stockholm, great. They won in 2018 in Stuttgart. This is not easy, this challenge. And she's all focused. She's a little bit tense, that's obvious. They only had 1 day of training, the teams, and that was yesterday. She's not taking a lot of risk here. That was about 50 centimeters. Oops, oops, oops. Right. Losing some points here, I assume. Stockholm. It's about speed and about braking at the right time. We continue now with the second challenge with mannequin piece. But they're taking their time, apparently. Second challenge, estimating the lateral distance. And that is a challenge where good collaboration is essential, good teamwork. With mannequin piece, we see here mannequin piece is a bit far. Well, for us at least, that's what we see on our screen. We've got to be careful there. So the partners are forbidden to make eye contact. That is part of the game here. That is one of the rules determined by the referees here. So they get the start signal. They must run to the dummy, place it as close as possible to the tracks without it touching the tram. And then you can get started once your team partner raises his or her right hand, but there's no eye contact. So you've got to drive slowly and stop at the sign. The closer you are, the more points you earn. Let's see how close she comes. Next challenge. Here the aim is to allow passengers to leave the tram at a precise stop. It is no longer raining. Wonderful. And here the team members are not allowed to use their rear view mirrors, which makes it a bit more complicated. We continue with the next challenge now.
Leave your manipulator.
There's a bit of nervous tension, that's obvious, but there's also a lot of excitement here. Bring on the action now. So here we have two challenges in one. The aim is for the tram to accelerate to a speed of 35 kilometers before braking. And then stop as close as possible. The speedometer is covered and they need to accelerate to 35 kilometers and maintain that speed until the sign where that speed is measured. She didn't take any risks. And one more challenge now, and that is tram bowling. And this is all about speeding up the tram and pushing the 1.5 meter bowling ball towards the 6 pins you can see here. They've got to stop the tram very quickly after contact with the ball using the emergency stop, hitting that emergency brake. The pins are numbered from 1 to 6. The number of the pin you knock down is multiplied by 30 points, so please don't hit number 1. Hit number 6, and the scores of all the pins you knock down will be combined. Good luck. Oh, right. Oh. That is, too bad. Too bad. Does she get a second chance? We'll see. Oh, clock the time. And that was the Stockholm team. There must be there must be a bit sad, I would be.
Ouais, je suis donc là on vient de voir passer les Suédois et bon, ils ont sourire, hein, ils ont quand même le sourire, mais bon c'est clair que c'est un peu décevant. On a envie de dire avec une boule de cette taille-là, comment est-ce qu'on peut faire pour la louper? Mais bon, en même temps, peut-être que si on était aux commandes d'un tram, on n'aurait pas l'air plus malin. Donc voilà, je vais m'abstenir de.
But I mean, who am I to judge? I mean, I am not a tram driver. I suppose they are a little bit disappointed, but it's not really about winning, is it? It's about being here, about taking part. We will continue with our next team. Berlin. Stefan Nagel. Berlin hosted the championship in 2016. Brussels so far has taken the lead, but everything is still possible, obviously. This is the third participant, Berlin. That was a bit too much. So, next challenge now with mannequin piss. This challenge, estimating the lateral distance. Teamwork here, essential. And as we said earlier, the team members are forbidden to make eye contact. If they touch this mannequin piece, they receive 0 points. Don't touch it. Don't. Take that bend and keep it there. What does our specialist say? I think they did touch it. What's the challenge here? What makes it so difficult? I wonder. Maybe because it's on a board. Don't know. Berlin came in second last year, so that's a serious competitor. Let's see how it goes. Doorstop, third challenge. Well, if we see Berlin at work and Stockholm at work, we must say that Laurence from Brussels did superbly. Brussels is in the lead. Okay, 35 kilometers per hour. Yes, without looking at the speedometer. He stopped too early, it seems. Oh yes, far too early. He's smiling. And now our last challenge, number 6, bowling. 4 and 5 is 2 challenges in one. So this is the 6th and final challenge. Hitting that 1.5 meter big bowling ball and knock down as many pins as possible. And it's beginning to rain again. I wonder if that may have an impact on this. And there's also a lot of wind. And did the tram hit the ball? Was not easy to see. Let's see. 4 minutes and 12 seconds for our friends from Berlin. Congratulations, Stefan from Berlin. They hosted the championship in 2016 and came in second last year. We continue with the team from Porto, Portugal. The team from Porto with Sarah, Thiago and Antonio.
Voilà, on était tout près, hein, donc on a bien vu ce qui s'était passé. En effet, le vent et la pluie, c'est vraiment un gros problème pour la stabilité de
says the moderator, there was a lot of wind and that was a bit problematic, of course. It was not easy in those weather conditions. Even though the bowling ball is the biggest you have probably ever seen, nonetheless, it was not that easy.
Ce sera pour après, à mon avis.
Sarah Thiago from Porto, and this tram is of course new to her, new to everyone. It's a vintage tram, also new to the team from Brussels. So all eyes are on you now, Sarah. Good luck. Brussels still in the lead. And she touched the cone. She touched it, so she definitely loses points here. Well done, nonetheless. Vamos, vamos, says her colleague. You've got to run as well. It's also about speed. It's a very technical contest here. It's fun for the audience out there, but they need to be focused, the team members. Mannequin pieces put back in place. This is a kind of obstacle that may, of course, happen in real life as well. Of course, having a, not perhaps mannequin piece, but another obstacle in your way. So you really have to know, you have to be good at assessing the distance. What with the circulation in Brussels. They touch it. Well, we don't really see it very well from here where we are. Okay. The next challenge for you, Sarah. By her side is a member of the steep, someone who's there to help the participants when needed. Not bad, not bad. 250 points. Well done, Sarah. Not bad. That is Sarah Thiago from Porto. And now we've got to close the doors again and continue with the next challenge. Speed up, accelerate to 35 kilometers per hour.
Depois do sinal, trava os pés das chaves. Vai. E levanta as duas mãos. Trava fundo, trava fundo.
Oh. She cannot start again, right? No, she's got to stop there. One more challenge. Yes, you've got to run, you've got to hurry, Sarah. One more challenge, and that's the tram bowling. Ah, they're changing the ball, maybe a heavier one to withstand the wind. There's a lot of rain out there, not where we are, but it's very cold. Oh my God. Very windy and very cold. 4 minutes and 25 seconds, and seeing the ball, well done. Just not enough. Should have been a bit faster. Is that one pin that fell over? They're very stable. They are very stable, these pins. Not that easy. So Porto, the fourth team. And we're now looking forward to the team from Manchester with Caroline Hayes. Caroline Hayes. Let's see who's in the lead. Brussels is still in the lead after these first 4 teams participating. Brussels is still in the lead, the host country, Belgium. Manchester, the Manchester team is getting ready. Caroline Hayes. The tram network was founded in Manchester in 1992, so rather late. The number of vehicles in Manchester, 120 trams. Here is the team, the Manchester
You guys are stressed?
teams.
You heard that Brussels is very, very high. Is that they set the bar very high?
Brussels
you ready for that?
is in the lead. Are you ready?
Okay, well,
That
good
you
luck
are.
then.
Yes, of course, you've got to be.
Ils sont un petit peu stressés, hein. C'est vrai que Laurent, c'est l'équipe de Bruxelles, a mis la barre assez haut. Allez, c'est parti pour Caroline Hayes.
Caroline Hayes, the fifth team from Manchester.
Voilà, il fallait le rectifier en effet.
First challenge, precision stop. She's very quick. Going quite fast. She slowed down a bit. Slow down a bit and touches, but it doesn't tumble. She touches the cone, but it doesn't tumble. Well, that means that Brussels was still Brussels. Laurence Mears from Brussels was better than that. Was she running in the wrong direction? She was. Right. Next challenge, estimating the lateral distance with Monica Bies. There we go. What do we think? Will she touch? Will she not touch? No. Caroline from Manchester. For the next challenge, the most complicated challenge.
Normalement, un conducteur qui a son appuyé, il a ce réflexe du porteur. Chez ceux qui vont avoir un autre modèle également, il laisse probablement il sort. Laurent Servia Barthe. 0 point, a priori, 0 point, donc pour
0 points for the Manchester team in this challenge.
I'm not listening.
Caroline Haynes on her third challenge. Okay, without looking at the speedometer, 35 kilometers per hour. No one has had 500 points so far. Oh. Caroline.
Continuer sur sa lancée là, après avoir cartonné sur cette 5e épreuve. Est-ce qu'elle continue sur sa lancée et elle va aller chercher toute l'équipe, pourquoi pas en tout cas, candidate sérieuse. Début de parcours un petit peu difficile et puis elle a mis vraiment tout le monde d'accord sur cette 4e et 5e épreuve.
That was the 4th and 5th challenge, 2 challenges in one, and she did very well. We continue now with our next challenge, the last one. Nothing much happening there. Maybe there's a big difference between the weight of the bowling ball and the weight and the stability of the pins. Congratulations to Caroline from Manchester. We'll continue with our next team from Dresden.
Dans un instant, on attend aussi le classement de cette équipe de Manchester avec Caroline, donc, et puis dans quelques instants, on aura aussi avec le buteur, cette fois-ci, là aussi, Ramouki va être attrapé. Donc, présente ici du côté de Paris, à Hauteur, on remet à sa position initiale. Il y a 2 fois. C'est important que les épreuves soient scindées comme ça en 2 voies différentes. Oui, sinon vous auriez déjà une distance énorme comme ça permet quand même de la place également. Et le centre est un peu plus centralisé. Alors là aussi, qui se prépare, il est dans les starting blocks, comme on dit dans le jargon. Voilà, là aussi qui salue bien une bonne ambiance aussi. Comment ça s'est passé justement bien la soirée de présentation avec cette soirée de gala. On voit vraiment de très bons contacts. Il y a des contacts qui se nouent entre sociétés également.
The next team, and it's Paris. The team from Paris with the Lausine precision stop first challenge from Paris. his teammate is also in the tram, Yannick Voltaire, and yes, that was just a little bit too much, but it is complicated, one must admit. Right, carry now, time counts. Second challenge. Yannick put mannequin piece in place. They're not allowed to have eye contact now, the two team members. Manchester is now in second place. Brussels still in the lead. Second is Manchester, third is Porto. Okay. She's putting mannequin piece in place. Yannick Voltaire from Paris. To assess that distance, that gauge, not that easy. Now let's see what happens here. Paris. It looks easy, but it doesn't. It isn't easy. Doesn't seem to be. Yes, he did. Yeah, he did. Mannequin piece. Now let's rush to the next challenge. Brussels is in the lead. 1,930 points for Brussels. And here you've got to be very, very precise. Open the doors. So as the third double door is exactly in the middle of the panel. And this is not bad. Not bad at all. He has come very close. 450 points. Well done. Well done. Paris. Looking good for you. Continue in that spirit now. Lausine. And now it's about accelerating and braking. Accelerate accurately and brake hard. Yes, you've got to brake with pinpoint accuracy here. But he braked a bit too early. Come on, hurry now, Paris. It isn't over yet. One more challenge. One more tram. And one more challenge. The sun is out again and it isn't that windy anymore. That's rather slow. Come on, speed up a bit. Not bad nonetheless, but not good enough. They must be very, very, very heavy, these spins. And clock the time. And done. Well done, Paris. Congratulations. And we will continue now with Dresden. Lausine and Yannick, well done. This afternoon, it is the partner that will be at the dashboard. So this afternoon, Yannick. We continue now with Dresden. This is where we are. Brussels in the lead. 1,930 points followed by Manchester. We've had like one-fifth of, yeah, I think we have had 5 teams. There's 25 in total. We continue now with Dresden. They came in second in 2012 when they organized the event, the first European Championship. Karin Junglin. We don't see much here. But this was, oh yes, she did touch the cone. But let's leave that behind and focus on the second challenge. And this is a team exercise. But as we said earlier, at the same time, both team partners are not allowed to make eye contact. And as we see here, Brussels is still in the lead. Second is Manchester, third is Porto. Let's see how Dresden does here. Not bad. Not bad. Karin Junglin, here she is running now. Running to the next challenge, the next tram. And here we go. Karin now in the third tram for this third challenge, the doorstop challenge. That's about being a gentleman driver and open the doors exactly in the middle of the panel so the passengers can leave the tram where they are supposed to. Well, that was not really gentlemanlike. More than a meter away from that arrow. It's too much of a distance. And now challenges 4 and 5, speed and braking. Accelerating accurately and braking hard. The speedometer is covered. Yeah. Not that well done. Still, come on. Go on running. She knows that she's not going to be climbing up in the ranking. But anyway, not that bad. Still within the time limit. Karin Junglin from Dresden. Next challenge, last one, trampoline. Let's see how she does here. Last year Dresden came in 4th. Yeah, that's obvious. Not going to hit any pins. Well, it looks better and better for Brussels as this goes on. Could it be that this time the host country also wins the competition. Let's keep our fingers crossed for Belgium. We continue now with Prague. Prague with Nicole Pravdova and Daniel Rasplička. Tram driver is Daniel, his partner Nicole is there to give her support. We'll see her at work this afternoon. This is the truck, the vintage truck for the first challenge. It's not that easy because, you know, these people coming from different countries, they had only one training day to get used to the Brussels material. Of course, this is a tram the Brussels team is also not familiar with. Well, it didn't fall over, but they definitely did touch the cone. Daniel did touch the cone. Now, hurry to the next challenge. For the team exercise with Nicole places or puts a mannequin piece in place. They're not allowed to make eye contact. And he's got to take that bend without touching mannequin piece. She's got to place it as close as possible to the tracks without it touching the tram when her partner drives past. Let's see if that works out for this team. Oh, mannequin piece is not at risk here. So yes, it's about not touching, but it's also about putting the dummy close enough. So running to the next challenge. It's all about speed as well. It's about precision. It's about speed. And this is everybody's favorite challenge here, tram bowling, because this is where the team... but we're here, we're in this challenge here, the doorstop challenge. Not that bad, come on, focus. Doorstop. Not great, but we continue. There's two more challenges, actually three, but there's two in one, 4 and 5, speed and braking. Accelerating accurately, braking hard at the right time. Missed it though. We've got to hurry now for that final challenge, everybody's favorite challenge, as I said earlier, as we had a look at that huge ball there. Tram bowling, speeding up the tram and pushing that 1 meter and 50 centimeters bowling ball towards these 6 pins and stop the tram very quickly after contact with the ball using the emergency brake. Not bad at all. Oh my God, that's brilliant. A lot of applause there from the bystanders, and that is definitely well deserved, well deserved. Well, absolutely, well done, Prague. Yes. Brilliant Daniel and Nigel. Let's, in a few seconds, I hope we'll see the ranking on our screen before we continue with our next team from Milan. The driver this morning is Emanuele Maffione, and his colleague this afternoon, Carmela Esposito. Emanuele Mafione from Italy, our next driver. Italy. There he is, Emanuele. And Carmela, his team partner. And here we go. Good luck, Milan. They have similar system in Milan, and he seems very confident. Very confident. He makes it look easy. But Brussels is still in the lead at 1,930 points. Not bad, I think. Could have come a bit closer, but he was being very careful, and that's clever. That's clever. So well done, Emanuele. And there's still a gap, as we can see here, between Brussels and Manchester. Brussels 1,930, Manchester 1,400 points. Now, let's see how Emanuele does. There is Manikapis. Yes, he's not touching, but maybe the distance between Manikapis and the tram was a bit too wide. You lose points if the dummy isn't close enough to the tram. So the question is, do we take a risk or do we not? Do we play it safe? And they decided to play it safe here. Or at least Camilla did. Because they were not allowed to contact or discuss this. Next challenge. Final challenge. We don't really see what's happening. Oh no, it's not the final challenge, it's the third challenge, the doorstop. He's really far removed from the middle of the panel. Not as good as the previous challenge. He was a lot better at that. Let's see what happens now. Accelerating to 35 kilometers per hour. Maintain that speed and then brake. You can brake at the very last minute. I think that's what Manchester did. And then you've got to brake hard, of course. And the sun is back for our sixth challenge. Here on that elegant Brussels boulevard of Rue Royale. Speed is good. Speed is really good. Yes. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all. Well done, Emanuele Mafione from Milan. You clock the time. It's over. Well done. Well done, Italy. Let's await the ranking and see what the points are. And we continue with team number 10, Krakow. Everything is put in place for Krakow, the next team. Krakow, there's almost 1,000 trams in the city of Krakow. gets started. Getting started with Malgorzata Ferdek and her partner Sebastian will perform this afternoon. Krakow were 6th in 2015. Came in 6th, and let's see what happens today. She touches the cone. And no. Run, run, run. Second tram. To have to start with that vintage truck is perhaps not that easy, because that is of course not the kind of tram these drivers are used to, whatever country they come from. And it's true, these vintage trams, they're beautiful and they address our nostalgic soul, but the modern light rail systems and low floor trams certainly are more comfortable for passengers and for the drivers as well. Next challenge. Brussels still is in the lead, but no matter who comes out on top, the main thing is that spirit of togetherness that we see here. That looks very good. This might be perfect. It is indeed. If it isn't perfect, well, it's definitely coming very close. If it's not 500, it's probably 490. Well done. Absolutely. And now fetch that speed, 35 per hour. She knows what she's doing. And from the brake paddle onwards, you can brake. Not bad. Looks good for Krakow. We might see them on the winner stage. Who knows? The 10th team here today, Krakow. 10th of 25. But we need to wait and see what is left to come. Final challenge. One pin, and that's number 5. 5, well, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Really good job. Congratulations.
Pins are numbered from 1 to 6, 5, and the pin that you knock down is multiplied by 30 points, so that's 5 times 30 points. Not bad for Krakow. We are with the Krakow candidates. I haven't heard the final result yet, but it did look great.
Ok, il arrive.
We also don't have the final result,
You
but
will be in the 3 first places today, this morning.
it is looking good for you, says our moderator. You are probably going to be in the top 3.
Good,
My impression
for me, but
was
not
not
great.
was not that I was so good.
The stress and the 3 different trams and the 3 different types how to use, how to drive.
Happy?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's
This afternoon it will be your turn.
So happy. I'm so happy.
This afternoon it's you.
Yes, yes.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Voilà Pascal. Ils sont heureux. C'est déjà ça.
They're happy. The biggest hurdle is the stress, she says, and I'm sure that applies to everyone, that there's always a lot of nervous tension. Well, they're not in the top 5, Krakow. Well, we thought they would be. Brussels, of course, still in the lead. But let's wait, because probably the points of the Krakow team, they maybe are not yet listed. Krakow is in third position. Third position, indeed. Great. Brussels, Manchester, Krakow. 1,300 points. Brussels remains unbeaten. Well, congratulations to Krakow. We continue with Göteborg. Göteborg and Karen Calvert. Karen Calvert, this morning, this afternoon, her partner, Robert Baltariu.
Thank you.
Door stop. Definitely too far.
35 kilometers.
No, speed up to 35 kilometers per hour here in the third challenge. Fourth challenge, actually. Göteborg, the 11th team today. A bit too far here. Now speed up the tram and then hit that ball. Don't slow down too much. She could have made 3 points, but she couldn't knock them down. Right, done. That was Göteborg. Four minutes, 44 seconds. Dublin is next.
Pas attends.
with Maeve and Jim Dolan. The driver this morning, Jim Dolan, and Maeve this afternoon. Does he have a technical problem? Or no, this doesn't look that easy. There's a tram no one has any experience with, not apart from the training day yesterday. And then, of course, people are a bit nervous as well. Oh, there was a cone there, you know, there was a cone there. Jim. And we continue with our next challenge. Dublin. Here's partner Maeve putting mannequin piece in place. Maeve, it's her birthday today. Right. And now Jim gets going. Yeah. Don't think he touches. They did touch mannequin piece. Next challenge. The precision stop. So the third double door should be exactly in the middle of the panel. Let's see if he manages. Not quite. Not quite. 50 points, perhaps. Somewhere around 50. Well, the referees are taking note, and we continue with the next challenge. Accelerating, accelerating, and then brake. And the sun is back. That's good news. Dublin. Dublin, where the tramway system is called speed in Irish. And that was speedy, indeed. The Guinness Brewery, by the way, had its own tramway system, not for public use, unfortunately. That was Dublin. Congratulations to you. And we continue with Bergen, Norway, with Elizabeth Hamilton Back and Daniel Mirbostad, Brueset. From Bergen, and it is Elizabeth this morning. Bergen on the west coast of Norway. They have a beautiful heritage line of their own. Don't know if she has ever driven their heritage tram, Elizabeth Hamilton Beck.
L'accélération sur la main gauche avec un écoute contrôle et la main portable. Restez assuré, un moment d'hésitation. On voyait qu'elle était à la maître du cône, elle a préféré assurer pour agiter. La deuxième épreuve, celle de Menekopis.
We have another look at the ranking here, and we see that Brussels is leaving the competition trailing behind in the lead at 1,930 points. Okay, her team partner put Mannequin Piss in place. Let's see how she does. Bergen. Elizabeth. Measures are taken. And now, hurry. Oh, and she really does. Elizabeth, highly motivated.
Close the door.
Hands off. At the moment, it's Manchester in second place and Krakow third, collecting an amazing 1,400 and 1,300 points, respectively. Let's see how Bergen is doing. Oh, that distance is, well, too big. No points here.
35 kilometers.
And run, run, run. God, they're really good at running. And the final challenge now. Speeding up the tram, pushing that bowling ball towards the pin. 6 pins, hit number 6. And multiply your points by 30. Does she do it? Oh, yes! Oh, my God! She pulled it off! She pulled it off! Oh, but maybe she loses points because the tram also hit the pins. Oh, that would be really too bad. That would be really too bad. God, it looks so easy. It looks all so easy. You could think you could do it, but no, it is not that easy. So let's have another look at the ranking now. Brussels, of course, in the lead with an amazing 1,930 points. Gothenburg have made it to 7th position, we see here. We continue with Malaga. Malaga, bring us some sun. Next to Barcelona, the second city from Spain to compete in today's championship. Laura and her partner Juan Francisco. Is she going to stop there? Struggling a little bit. Wow, that doesn't look bad. Not bad at all. Over to the next track. And the next tram. And the next challenge. The Mannequin Piss challenge, we can call it. Her partner putting the mannequin piece dummy in place, and there she goes. Laura from Malaga. Looks good. Looks good from where I am. Yes, the team is highly motivated. It looks good. She's all smiles.
Ok.
No hands. In Malaga, all eyes are on you now, Laura. Not that bad. Not that bad compared to what we've seen so far. It's about 200, I'd say, from where I am. Maybe a bit more than 200 points here for Laura from Malaga. Next challenge. Speed it up to 35 kilometers per hour until the sign, and then brake. Struggling a bit. Now give it all, Laura. Give it all. Give it all you've got, girl. You started out so well, Malaga. Now keep that up for the final challenge.
Sur l'épreuve de vitesse, le flash n'a pas fonctionné simplement parce que la conductrice a tellement assuré qu'elle allait trop lentement. Attention. Là, par contre, elle n'a pas assuré assez parce que... Je ne sais pas si vous voyez où est la quille.
This seems to be quite
Regardez
dangerous.
ici, voilà, regardez.
It seems to be quite
Je ne sais
dangerous
pas si on le
here.
voit, mais en tout cas, la quille est à mes pieds.
Big hug from her partner.
Et je n'ai pas bougé. Là, franchement, il y a des moments où on se demande...
There are moments where we wonder, is this a dangerous event?
Ouais. En fait, là, il est midi et quart, c'est pourtant pas encore la quille, mais elle était à mes pieds. Oui, bah là, j'ai failli pas le faire. Là.
Anyway, the main thing is everyone is having fun here, and is enjoying this.
N'ont pas l'air très sûrs.
Good, and there are dark clouds over Brussels, as we see from here. We still in Spain. We continue with Barcelona. Competition from the same country. Barcelona, where the beautiful Danvia Blau, the blue tramway, is still in operation, and that's a beautiful heritage streetcar line. Barcelona hosted the championship in 2014 and is here today with Montserrat Manchado and José Valeros. First challenge with the old tram truck. Service truck. It's a service truck. By the way, all of the trams at the Brussels Tram Museum still roll, and they do have the chance to do that every 25 years or so. Not bad at all, Montserrat. Looks good. That is the 15th team today, 15th of a total of 25 teams from 21 countries. We had Malaga and Barcelona from Spain. Next challenge for Barcelona. Looks good for you, Montserrat. Depends, of course, on how far Mannequin Pace is from the tram, because you lose points if the dummy is too far from the tram. And we continue with the next challenge here. 2 minutes have passed. And they have to complete competition parcours in less than 5 minutes, maximum 5 minutes. Brussels in the lead still, way ahead of even Manchester in second place and Krakow third place. Ah, that's good. That's really good. Let's see when the doors open. That's 400. 400, well done, Montserrat.
Mano fuera, fuera la mano, levanta. Ok. Sí.
She put her foot on the brake a bit too early and run now to the next challenge. Keep it up. We're at 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Keep that up and give it all now. Give it all you've got. Seems to be an adequate speed, but perhaps not. Well. Oh, and it's number 5, multiplied by 30. Plus 1, that's 6 points. Not bad. Barcelona, not bad. Yes, thumbs up. Happy everyone, because that's what it's all about. It's about being here, being part of it all. That's the biggest thrill. Well, in 16th position, Stuttgart. Pavlina Janachkov and Liam Isaac. Stuttgart hosted the event last year.
Oh, yes, yeah, okay.
year Stockholm won in Stuttgart. And it's Luam this morning, apparently.
Okay.
Yeah. Stuttgart, good luck to you. It's looking good. Oh, not bad, not bad. And he does have time. He could have come a bit closer, but he prefers to keep an eye on the clock, apparently. Next challenge with the partner putting mannequin piece in place. Pavlina and Luam are not allowed to have eye contact. Done. Hand signal. Definitely not touch. No. But you also lose points if mannequin piece is too far away from the tram.
Le dos. La main, la main, la main. Non, 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 non.
Non? Ouais.
Oh. Oh.
Le problème qu'a rencontré notre équipe l'année passée.
Ja.
Non, non. Yes, okay. 35 kilometers.
Bitte schön.
The team from Stuttgart. Stuttgart celebrated 150 years of Stuttgarter trams last year when they also hosted the event. Oh, maybe he braked far too early. Braked too early. And well done, Stuttgart.
Good job. Not too bad. Shit, I don't know.
We see Belgium, Brussels still in the lead. Number 2 is Manchester. We continue with Luxembourg. Luxembourg, where public transport is free for everyone under the age of 20. That is quite a progressive attitude, and they're also planning to have public transport free for everyone in the very near future. A first-time participant is Luxembourg today with Samira Belbachir and Tiago Coelho Ferreira. Samira this morning, and Tiago taking over this afternoon.
Il a dit là qui est juste devant moi.
Je peux encore.
Well done. Well done. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, she did a good job here, Samira. Looks good for you, Luxembourg. Well, Brussels in the lead, Manchester second position. Manchester completely abandoned its tram system in the late 1940s and did not return to the city till 1992. By the way, the first ever passenger tram was built in the United Kingdom. Not in Manchester, but in the United Kingdom. The first ever passenger train worldwide. Manchester second place, third place Krakow.
Cette compétition de conducteurs et de conductrices.
Voilà, attention, hein, ok. Regarde bien. Regarde bien, il est placé.
Antenne de la Manchester 1400 Cracovie 300. 2 minutes 50 secondes. Il va falloir s'activer un petit peu. L'équipe luxembourgeoise s'est arrêtée un petit peu trop tôt.
Luxembourg stopped a bit early, as we see here, losing points on that challenge.
Look!
35 kilometers now. 35 kilometers per hour now. That's the speed that needs to be maintained before the emergency brake. Oh, he's very hard on her. She's not very happy. Just keep your nerve, and it will all turn out well. Oh, but the tram was not supposed to hit the pins, just the ball, so a bit too ambitious here. And clock the time, 4 minutes 25 seconds. Good. That was the Luxembourg team.
Ok, ouais. On est avec l'équipe luxembourgeoise et avec Samira. Samira, un petit peu trop d'enthousiasme sur l'équipe.
Samira, you were a bit too enthusiastic, says moderator. Yes, perhaps I was. But of course, we were never trained. On this sort of thing. But anyway, it's all about being here.
Surtout que c'est notre première participation.
And also, this is the first time we are participating, so we really have no experience in the European Championship of tram driving.
Notre consultant, vous avez lâché le système de l'homme mort.
Je l'avais lâché et voilà, c'est le stress.
Yes, of course, it's stress, of course.
C'est vous
Yeah.
qui allez conduire.
C'est ça, c'est bien ça.
And
ça
you're
sera
taking
moi
over
qui va
this
conduire.
afternoon? Yes.
Bien sûr, toujours.
Are you ready?
Très bien.
I
De toute
always
façon,
am, he
l'essentiel, c'est de
says.
participer évidemment. Puis comme vous le dites, c'est une première année. Il faut faire ses armes.
Indeed, it is the first time Luxembourg
Merci
is
beaucoup.
participating, but that's what we're here for, to be part of the game and to have fun.
Pour vous rassurer, je ne sais pas s'ils vont en changer. Pourtant, je dispose d'un baromètre naturel. Vous voyez, je suis la direction de mes cheveux. Donc, et pour l'instant, rien n'a changé. Donc, a priori, le vent n'a pas changé non plus.
Right, put this in place here. Right, our next team from Switzerland, Basel, with Christina Frey and her partner Sandro Walter, her team partner, putting mannequin piece in place. Basel's Switzerland. The Basel Tramway network is one of the symbols of the city. That was not a good start. Mannequin piece was not really placed correctly. Hurry, hurry, hurry now. It's also about speed. Speed is part of the game.
Ouais, très bien.
We cannot underestimate the effect of stress and of the fact that people have are not familiar with the trams, not familiar with the vehicles, only had one training day. And that, of course, adds to the stress level. And also in Basel, the gauge is a bit smaller than in Brussels. So yeah, so many new things to learn in just one day. What a scream! She's enjoying this. She really is enjoying this. She was very well aware that she put the pedal on the brake a bit too early.
Aller faire tomber ses quilles en s'aidant de la boule, mais sans que le tram touche les quilles. On a vu sur les derniers candidats que c'était un petit peu compliqué.
All right, so the whole trick is to kick the ball just hard enough and, of course, not touch the pins. The tram should not touch the pins, that is clear, and it has happened. Well, it's not going to happen here, apparently. Again, it looks like 6 points, and that is not bad. 6 points in the bowling challenge. Well done, and with a big smile on her face. Well done, that's the spirit. Well done. Here we are, in sixth position, Milan. Of course, number one is still Brussels, and second, Manchester, and third, Krakow. And here they are. And then Porto, fourth, and Malaga, sharing fourth position, Porto and Malaga. And we continue with Vienna, Austria. Vienna, where trams are a vital part of the public transport system in the Austrian capital, with a fleet of over 500. Vienna hosted the event in 2015, And today we've got Maria and Damir doing a very good job here. Very good job. That is near perfect. Nonetheless, you've got to hurry to the next tracks and the next tram. His partner Maria is putting mannequin piece in position. In Austria, the gauge, the width of the rails is identical with Brussels. Maybe a bit wider, says our specialist here by my side. Good. That looks good for Vienna. That's the 19th team of 25 this morning. Next challenge. Precision test. Stop at the right level. The third double door must be exactly in the middle of the panel. At the opposite, the arrow inside the tram must be opposite the arrow outside. Well, almost. Coming very close. That looks good. That looks very good for Vienna. Damir, well done. If it continues like that, definitely going to climb up in the ranking. And now 35 kilometers per hour. Maintaining that, and he's not really happy. Yeah. Okay. Well, he's not really happy about his performance, but well, what the heck. One more. The most spectacular challenge of all. Tram bowling. Give it all now, Damir. Give it all you've got. Time is right. Oh, but he did hit the pins. The time is right. Not even 4 minutes. Clocking the time. Very good. That was the team from Austria. And it is raining again. Belgian weather. Oh my God. Next is the team from Rotterdam. Rotterdam won the competition in 2015. Rotterdam has a nicely preserved tram system, and representing the city today are Linda Brandon and Chandradu Kanhai. And Chandradu, this morning, as we can see, driving the tram, and his colleague Linda will be driving the trams this afternoon. They came in second in 2014 and, as I said, won in 2015. Brussels still in the lead at 1,930, and it is Vienne that has come a lot closer, 1,600 points. Vienna in second place, and third is still Manchester at 1,400 points. So as you can see, it isn't over yet. It ain't over till it's over, they say. We're still here with Rotterdam. and Chandadu.
C'est des conditions climatiques vraiment pas évidentes ici pour Chandadu.
And the weather has changed again. It is windy, it is raining, and that doesn't make it any easier. Belgian weather. Well, thank God we have Belgian beer to comfort us, and waffles, and Belgian fries.
Disons maintenant comme ça, quand il pleut fort, c'est très bien, donc ça c'est au début, lorsqu'il commence un peu le
How will he do here? Definitely not touching the dummy. Mannequin Piss is safe. And we run now, run. Third challenge. This is the doorstop challenge. All experienced driver we see at work here today. Experienced drivers, of course, in their own countries, not familiar with the Brussels tram. Third challenge, the doorstep. Not that bad, 300 points. Three minutes, 35 seconds. And now it's about accelerating accurately and braking hard, and it's a bit too far. Seems to be raining still outside, umbrellas are up. Put his foot on the brake, then accelerated again, and maybe that's the trick. It looks good, really looks good for Rotterdam. Well done, Chandadu. She's happy, yeah, and there's reason for it.
Rotterdam.
Well done, Rotterdam. Five teams left. We continue with Budapest. Here they are, Budapest with Attila and Juliana. Budapest hosted the event in 2013 They won the year before that. They won in 2012 when the first European Tram Championship was organized and took place in Dresden. They won again, ladies and gentlemen, in 2016. So they won twice already Budapest. Maybe that is because they are a bit more experienced than others. As I read here, Budapest's ring line is the busiest tram line in Europe, with a tram running every 60 seconds at rush hour. Although my impression is that in Brussels they also run that frequently. Juliana driving the trams this morning and Attila this afternoon. First challenge. No, she could have moved a bit closer, but she prefers to leave the tram, bearing in mind that they need to cover all challenges within 5 minutes. Next challenge, the mannequin piss challenge. Attila has put the dummy in position, and now let's hope she drives past it. And just by a whisker, that would be ideal for maximum points. But and it is very close, very close. Well done indeed. Budapest is an opponent to take seriously. Brussels and Vienna and Manchester. Juliana is now in the third and last tram for the next challenge. And I am being joined now by Chandraju. How are you? You are fine. You want to give some comments on the current this challenge? Let's see, the door is going to open in a second. Not so good, is it, Chandraju? You can do better. You can do better, the both of you. I've got the team of Rotterdam by my side here, Chandraju and his colleague, who will be driving the tram this afternoon. It looks a bit less good here after these two challenges for Budapest, but there's one more chance, one more challenge.
On rappelle, Budapest, sérieux candidat à la victoire finale.
Budapest. How did you do here? Tram bowling challenge. Four pins. And that was extraordinary, wasn't it? Wasn't it? What? Well, congratulations to you. Yes, well. This is not bad either. This is not bad either, but you were doing absolutely great. They were, well done, Juliana, you too. It's over for Budapest now. We'll have a look at the ranking later, but you did really well. Did you practice it at home in Rotterdam? No, of course not. Just practice yesterday. Once yesterday. I see. Yes.
So we did it once. I didn't even hit the pins at home.
Okay.
So I hope to do it this afternoon.
Yes, okay, of course. Of course. You just follow his example?
I hope so.
Yeah, of course. One team?
One team.
Hey? Great. You did a great job, absolutely. Let's have a look at the ranking here. Brussels, of course, still in the lead, followed by Vienna 1,930 points for Brussels, 1,600 Vienna, Manchester 1,400. And we continue now with the team from Romania, with Vasily, the tram driver. What was that experience like for you, Chandradu, driving this this historic tram, this vintage tram truck?
Yeah, that was not so good.
That wasn't so good.
No.
Do you have vintage trams in Rotterdam that you drive occasionally?
This
You
better,
do?
yeah.
Yeah?
We don't drive them ourselves.
No, you don't drive them, but they still roll.
They still roll. We have a restaurant tram.
You have a restaurant tram, yes, just like Brussels.
Yes,
Cool.
exactly.
Yeah.
And we have some older ones, the tourists.
And of course, tourist trams as well.
Yeah.
Yes. You should host the European Championship sometime, Rotterdam, so we can all come to Rotterdam.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Chandradu, and good luck for this afternoon.
You can see that's the 3 numbers. This 1, 2, 3. They are
Close the door.
We're going to have. We're waiting for the ranking. We would like to see who's still 4th, 5th, and Chandradu from Rotterdam would like to know where they are. So perhaps you can show us the ranking on the monitor. No, we don't see it on our screen. Not yet. We'll have to wait for that. In the meantime, we look at how the current team is doing. That's not bad. Look here in the doorstep, 500 points for Vasily from Romania. Oradea, Romania. Oradea, there are 3 lines covering the area around the historic city centre. It's a beautiful historic centre, but in the historic centre there aren't any trams because the streets are just too narrow. Vasily driving this morning, this afternoon, his colleague Bajduca Kristina Florica. Here she is. She's taking over this afternoon.
Oui, effectivement. Compétition. Peut-être que cet après-midi, justement, les équipes qui n'auront rien à perdre vont prendre des risques. C'est là que souvent ça change l'après-midi, le comportement des concurrents. Genre, ils ont utilisé ce qui s'est fait le matin, donc ils vont adapter un peu leur façon de faire. Alors, la dernière.
Ready for the final challenge, the tram bowling challenge for the team from Romania, tram bowling. It looks good from where I am. I hope he did not touch. He did. No, the tram did not touch the pins. That's good. Bravo, Oradea. Well done.
Good job.
Good job, en effet. Bravo à Vasily.
Well done, Vasily.
Christina, jetez un coup d'œil au classement. Et ah ouais, oui, Vasily, il a bien fait ça.
Well done. Look at this. 2 countries in 2nd position now. Of course, Brussels is still in the lead and it will be hard to beat them. In 2nd place, we've got Vienna and Oradea, both at 1,600 points. Well done. And then Manchester is still ahead of Krakow. Well done, Oradea. Well done, Vasilia. Istanbul participating for the first time. Istanbul, beautiful city, a city that has two heritage tram systems, one on the European side and one on the Asian side. And the European side also has a modern tram system. Istanbul is participating for the very first time with Şenaz Güners, who's driving this morning, and her partner Özcan Öztekin, who will take over this afternoon. Highly focused. That doesn't look too bad. You know, you notice that there is a lot of stress there, although it isn't really necessary, certainly not in her case, because there is enough time left. We're at only 1 minute and a couple of seconds there. Next challenge, the mannequin biz challenge for the team from Istanbul. And well done, did not touch. And they are racing to the next tram and the next challenge. Istanbul. It's looking good for the Turkish team. I'm sure she could have done better if she hadn't been that stressed. Yeah. It really is not bad. After all, it is the first time they are participating in the championship. Not bad at all. And no, the speedometer is covered and they must accelerate to 35 kilometers per hour and maintain this speed until the sign where that speed is measured. And that's not easy. That's not easy because they can't see the speedometer. They're running to the next tram and the next challenge, and that is the tram bowling. The bystanders, the fans out there, it's clear that the bowling challenge is their favorite. I don't know if it's the driver's favorite. Some have been knocked down. 1 or 2. Well, there will be some points for the Turkish candidate there. Well done, Istanbul. Really good job. Good job.
Good job, good job.
Good job. That's what we hear from our team out there. After all, it is the first time they are here. First time in this contest. We continue now with Helsinki. Helsinki. And after Helsinki, there's only one more team, and that will be Moscow. So the 24th team today, this morning, is Helsinki, Finland. They've got beautiful yellow and green trims in Helsinki. Helsinki used to have a culture tram with various exhibitions and performances on board. That was a lot of fun. Sarjana Venäläinen and Mika Viitaja. And Sarjana drives the tram and this truck this morning. Oh, that's too bad. The break came with a bit of delay. She looks very young. Maybe she's the youngest of all our participants, although Maeve from Ireland, also only 23 years old. Maybe they're both the same age. This next challenge here, the one with the mannequin piss involved. Let's see how close he comes to the dummy. Close. She did very well. Run for it now.
Quelque chose d'intéressant, c'est qu'on inverse. On inverse les rôles. Disons, première chose, et puis on inverse aussi le classement. Donc le premier classé du premier tour partira en 25e position. C'est ça. Donc c'est le plus faible, si on veut, qui pourra commencer en premier au deuxième tour.
Right, so the third door should be the arrows should be all have been opposite each other. Not quite, but not that bad either. Not that bad either. Good. They certainly gained some points here as well. Sariana, well done. Fourth and fifth challenges, two challenges in one about accelerating accurately and braking hard. And you've got to brake with pinpoint accuracy here. Tubachi really did a good job. What a broad smile on her face there. Some use the regular brake and some use the emergency brake. One more challenge for Helsinki from Finland. That's maybe one or two, yes, 2 pins. We'll have to see how many points that brings, because it depends on the number on the pin. Bravo, Sariana, well done. Now this means there's only one more team to perform this morning, and that is the team from Moscow. And after that, we'll have a bit of a break, all of us, before we continue this afternoon in reverse order with the other team partners in each of the teams. Moscow with Anton Medvedev and Victoria Ulyanova. And it's Anton who is driving the trams this morning. From Moscow. They came in second last year, 2018. Moscow, where taking the tram is, of course, ideal to explore the city, especially in winter when it's freezing cold outside, because, ladies and gentlemen, in Moscow, all seats in the trams are heated. There's a lot of stress here as well, we noticed. He's a young Moscow driver. Maybe he never had any experience with older trams, but he has done an excellent job here. Excellent. And also very quick. Very quick speed counts as well. Now his partner putting mannequin piece in place.
Maintenant, c'est celui qui s'envie de plus en plus avec les nouveaux tramways. Alors, Victoria a placé Benedictis, Anton.
Anton. It's all in your hands now. This looks pretty good from where I am. He may be touched. He may be touched. We'll see. We'll see when we see the points. But anyway, we're at 1 minute and 45 seconds. There's a lot of time left, and speed also counts, of course. Brussels is, of course, still in the lead at 1,930 points, followed by Vienna and Oradea, Austria and Romania in second place, sharing second place.
Devant Vienne, 1600 points, c'est les échos, parfait d'ailleurs, avec Oradea, l'équipe roumaine qui est deuxième ex-aequo.
The doorstop challenge. Let's see what happens here. That looks good, ladies and gentlemen. Ah, not that good. Only 150 points. Not that bad. Not that bad, though. 4 and 5, about accelerating and braking. "35 kilometers an hour" and maintain that without looking at the speedometer. Not that easy. He's a bit closer than the others, but still stopped a bit too early. Manchester did a superb job in this challenge, though.
Sur la piste, pour la conclusion de cette première manche. On rappelle que Bruxelles est en tête avec 1930 points.
Brussels is still in the lead, of course, at 1,930 points. Moscow, this is not bad. Anton, well done. Really well done. He's cheering, yes, absolutely. Well done. Well done. You can be happy with that performance. So it is Moscow that rounded off the first leg of this competition. We'll be back this afternoon with the partners of each team driving the truck and the trams. Brussels in first position. So far, it has never happened that the host also won the competition. Brussels is the host this year and stands a very good chance of winning. But anyway, it is cold, says the moderator. I can tell you, we've had all types of weather here. We had wind and rain and clouds and a bit of sun. Brussels has taken the lead, and that is, of course, the good news this morning. We're going to have a short break of about 50 minutes, and then we'll be back with the same teams, and they'll just change places. And we're going to start with the ranking upside down, which means that the last team we'll see this afternoon will be Brussels. Oh, we see now that Moscow is in second position. Brussels 1,930. Second is Moscow at 1,830. Come very close. Only 100 points difference between Brussels and Moscow in second position. Only a difference of 100 points. That's not a lot. And then we've got Vienna and Oradea. And then Budapest in sixth position, 7 Krakow, 8 Rotterdam, 9 Helsinki, 9 Istanbul, and also very close, both Helsinki and Istanbul, 9th position. Porto and Malaga also share 11th place, 13 Milan, 14 Prague, 15 Barcelona, In 16th position, Stuttgart 17, Gothenburg from Sweden 18, Luxembourg sharing that, no, not really sharing. Luxembourg has 30 points less compared to Luxembourg. Dublin 19-20 is Bergen from Norway, but that's very close between these countries. Now we've got in 21 Basel, 22 Paris, 23 Dresden, 23 Stockholm, 25 Berlin. That means that we are beginning the second leg of this competition with Berlin this afternoon. Berlin, followed by Stockholm, followed by Dresden, followed by Paris, and so on. See you soon at 2 o'clock this afternoon, in about 50 minutes from now, for the second leg of the European Championship of Tram Drivers.